This is Paul. Now, these are forgeries, right? Uh-huh. And there's fabricated evidence, right? And there's the obstructions of justice, right? And the hate crime. And then there's the deceit and defrauding of me and my family of our rights, yeah, and our right to sue you. Now, case resolution, default judgment. Oh. I did not get a copy of the writing of divorcement. No. Now, I would have said it wasn't a default judgment. No. I responded within the 90 days. And you never gave me notice of court hearings. Ow. I'm living in a rented room without utilities because of your obstructions of justice. Yeah. And your evil thoughts about what you're going to do about the situation is because of your corrupt parenting. Pooch! Now, looking at it, yes, the dissolution of marriage cannot be a default judgment. Now, status of the divorce, it has been 90 days or longer since the petition was filed and the summons was served. Right. You served me on May 27th of 2012. Yes. At the same time as arresting me. I was arraigned on the 29th. Yes. Now, as the accused, I would have told the judge, yes, it is not a crime to contact Healthy Families of Clallam County. Now, we have a problem with judges refusing to release the accused. Yeah, because you don't want to accept that. Yes, that the law makes it a crime to false arrest. Yes, fabricate evidence. And refuse to arrest to release the accused when there's no evidence against them. Now, I didn't join the petition. Mm-mm. I didn't. No. Now, I have all the necessary documents on my phone. And I just want you to understand, okay, that this situation in the world does not affect my want to have you sued and put in prison. Yes. In fact, considering the decision making of those in the executive offices of this United States, it causes me to have an increasing want to have you sued and put in prison because of how idiot you are. Now, Dictator Paul shows up. I say, well, let's sue them. Yep, let's sue them all. Let's put 10 million Americans in prison. Yep, that happen to be oaths of office. Yes, attorney oaths. Yes, mandatory reporter. Right now, let's put every state legislature in prison right now. Now, as dictator, I think it's a good idea. Pooch. You know why I think it's a good idea right now? Because you're idiots. Now, I email all the civil rights coordinators. Right. I emailed them forgery, fraud, and felony. Yes. I explained to them kidnapping, child abuse, and child exploitation. Yes. I sent them copies of the state constitution. Oh. I go through the state constitution day after day. Yeah. And all of them say, well, we don't have to enforce the state of Washington's constitution. Now, I explain what's known as victims' rights. Pooch! You say I don't have any victims' rights, even though you victimize me. I explain it to you every day what you're doing. Now, before we go putting American citizens in prison, yeah, I think it's better that I put you in prison. Now, treason defined, number 27. Yes. Hereditary privileges abolished, number 28. Yes. Number 29, Constitution mandatory. Yeah. Fundamental principles, number 32. Yes. Now, rights of the accused, number 22. Yeah. Bail when authorized. Military power limitations of excessive bail, fines, and punishment. Pooh. Now, the state legislature and the governor, yes, seem to think that this is an arbitrary right now. You don't have to enforce this. Yes. You don't have to do what it says. Yes. That it has no actual authority in the state of Washington. Declarations of rights, political power, yes. Well, executive, yeah. Judiciary, where vested, Supreme Court. Now, municipal indebtedness, yes. Credit not to be loan limitations, yeah. Now, it goes into a lot of the obligations of county, city, and township organization. Yeah. Did you have a look at it? Now, state seal. Mm, mm. Public use of water. Yes. Homesteading. Ooch. Seal of the state. Yeah. Article number 18. It's Roman numerals. Yeah. Number 1. Fail. You cannot use the seal of the state of Washington while at the same time using a forgery. Yeah. You cannot use the seal of the state of Washington. Yes. When the court commissioner's signature is a forgery. Yeah. You cannot use the seal of the state of Washington. Yes. When the petitioner's signature is a forgery. Yes. You cannot use the seal of the state of Washington when there are any forgeries. Now, get out your forensic handwriting expert. Yep. Go through the use of the seal of the state of Washington on every temporary and permanent protection order. Right now. And find me every forgery of Heidi Lee Butner. Yes. Because the use of the seal of the state of Washington cannot be used to misprision the felony of a forgery. Just because you have the seal of the state, yeah, you cannot conceal the forgery. Now, public health and vital statistics. Yes. Water and water rights. Now, I think, yes, it is easier for me to put you in prison, yes, so that you don't destroy the United States, yes, than it is you using your executive power, yes, to destroy the United States. Now, supreme law of the land, the Constitution, yes, of the United States is the supreme law of the land. Yeah, I explained that. You're violating that. Ouch. All political powers inherent in the people and the government derive their just powers right now from the consent of the governed. Now, I'm one of the consent of the governed. Yes. I do not give my consent for your use of executive authority. Yeah. You say, well, there's nothing I can do. I have the legal right to sue you and have you put in prison. Yes. That removes your availability. Yes. Of using executive authority without my consent. Yeah. Now, let's say every governor would appreciate section number 1, article 1, Declaration of Rights. Your deriving of the just powers from the consent of me, the governed, while at the same time using your just powers, yes, because of your want to conceal felonies, yes, means that you are violating Article 1, Section 1. Now, the rights are established to protect and maintain individual rights. Personal rights. No person shall be deprived of life, liberty, or property without due process of law. The accused shall not be deprived of life, liberty, or property without witnesses being called right now and evidence being available. Petition and assembly. The right of the petition and the people to assemble, peaceably assemble for the common good shall never be abridged. Yes. Unless there's a virus. You're violating section number 4, and I'm going to sue you for it right now. Now, well, you are. And it can never, shall never be abridged. Yes. There is no possible way that your pandemic, yes, could be just excuse, yes, to abridge, yes, the right of the common good of people to peaceably assemble. Freedom of speech. Right, publisher, I'm being responsible for the abuse of that right, and I don't think I'm abusing that right. No. Oaths in the ministry? Yes. Invasion of private affairs or homes prohibited. No person shall be disturbed in their private businesses or their homes, yes, without the authority of law. Now, irrevocable privilege, franchise, or immunity prohibited. Rights of accused person. No person shall be compelled in any criminal case to give evidence against myself. Yeah. Twice deputy in twice put in jeopardy for the same offense. Now, I was put twice in jeopardy for the same offense that took place on the same day. Yep. You said I was there twice. I know! And then there's this whole idea of compelling me to have to do mental health evaluations without any evidence against me. Yep. Mm-hmm. Now, that would be compelling me in a criminal case to give evidence, yes, of myself, yes, that you used against me. Yes. When I said you didn't have jurisdictional law to require a mental health evaluation. Administration of justice. Justice in all cases shall be administered openly without unnecessary delay. I would have said, as the accused, that you intentionally unnecessary delayed justice because of your refusal to exonerate me of any wrongdoing. And your refusal to admit evidence, yes, and witnesses in my favor. Now, section number 10. Seems to me that quite a few sections are really in there. Somebody's got their. If I spelled the word, what's it called again? It's not a mosquito. No. There's a word that describes a type of fly. In fact, I was thinking of the fly. The Lord of the Flies. Have you ever thought about it's not a twat? No. It's a wat? No. There's another small insect that rhymes with twat. Yes. Do you know of an insect? Yes, it does. That rhymes, yes, with the word twat. Yes, it's a slang word that describes the somewhat, well, it's a difficult to explain it, but let's say that you were one of these women. Yes. That didn't value your vaginal muscle the way that you should. You were somewhat, well, you just didn't really take care of things the way you should.